If your grades are not perfect, you will need to focus on nailing your essay. But what should your essay look like? What does TUM expect from you? In this video, I will guide you through the key elements of a successful TUM essay. Let's get started. First up, I will give you a quick overview of what exactly this essay is. Then we will cover the different steps that are necessary for writing the essay. From getting an overview of the topic, learning how to do your literature research, to how the essay should look, how to write it, and to cite correctly. All of these points are important, so make sure to stick through the whole video. On my channel, you'll already find videos regarding university life. But on top of that, there will be study tips and time management hacks coming to help you ace your exams. Soon I will share how I managed to rank in the top 5% of my degree program while studying only in the morning. So if that sounds interesting to you, hit that subscribe button. So the first step is to check if you need to write an essay. You can do this by visiting the website of your desired program. For this essay, you need to put in a lot of effort. It is not just a simple text about what you know and about the topic. Don't just write whatever comes to your mind. You need to prepare carefully and think it through. The essay must be precise and is essentially a short scientific research paper. It is a condensed version of what TUM expects you to write in one of your courses once you are accepted. You will have to write research papers sooner or later if you are admitted, so take this as your first practice and approach it seriously. In recent years, the topic of the essay always covered technical, ecological, and economic perspectives on a given topic. The essay should be based on scientific facts to demonstrate that you have thoroughly researched the topic. Proper literature research is required, and simply relying on information from a Wikipedia page is definitely not sufficient. Actually, having Wikipedia as a source in your paper will reflect poorly on your essay. I will explain how you should prepare, how you should work on it, and then how the essay should look like. Get an overview of the topic. So, as a topic, let's choose authors, because they're freaking huge. Try to understand the topic as thoroughly as possible. This stage includes reading through Wikipedia pages or other relevant websites to familiarize yourself with the topic. However, the goal in this stage is only to achieve a basic understanding of the subject matter. Literature research. Now start your literature research. In this phase, do not rely on website anymore. Use sources like Google Scholar or ResearchGate to find actual research papers. Look at the number of forward citations. A forward citation is when a newer piece of research has built on this paper. So in this case, this paper has 185 forward citations, which means this paper was cited in 185 other papers. A general rule of thumb is that the more forward citations a paper has, the better it is. This means that the paper is well written and made a good contribution to the topic. Only cite websites in extreme cases, but avoid it at all costs, and especially avoid Wikipedia. It is helpful to use synonyms and different combinations of terms when researching. Once you have found a useful source, check its bibliography for other relevant sources. When reading a paper, you may notice that it covers only a small part of your topic, but is probably pretty long. To save time, avoid reading the entire paper. Instead, read the abstract, then conclusion, and perhaps the introduction. If you need additional information, then read the entire paper. However, this is usually unnecessary and I personally don't do it. When reading through papers, it is important to take notes. You can either copy the important parts into a long Word document and write next to it where you got the information from, or you can put it into a huge Excel table. However, I would encourage you to use a reference citation software like EndNote or Citavi. Personally, I use Citavi. It allows you to import papers, mark important parts, and connect them while sorting them according to topics or keyword. But honestly, every other reference software probably works just as well. Writing the essay. Now, let's take a closer look at how the essay should be written. First, check the formatting rules and follow them exactly as requested. Even if you have a very good essay, if you don't follow the given instructions, you may receive a low grade. This applies not only to this assignment, but also to university papers in the future. Failing to follow formatting rules can result in point deductions, and adhering to them is one of the easiest things to do, so just do it. The formatting guidelines are provided, including font size, font type, margins, and the line spacing. The essay should be between 1,500 and 2,000 words, so make sure to stay within this limit. Although they may still accept an essay that is 10 words over the limit, it's best to not risk it and just stay within those boundaries. Even if you have done extensive research, it's important not to exceed the word limit. Now you can start with the essay. Write down the structure to get an overview and assess whether the order in which you want to write makes sense. The typical structure should be a cover page, introduction, main body, conclusion, bibliography, We'll cover each of these in just a minute, and a table of contents is not necessary. So let's take a look at the cover page. The cover page features the essay topic, authors juggling stones, from technical, ecological, and economic perspectives. Your name and the date are placed below the topic. Additionally, the TUM logo is positioned in the upper left corner. To create a polished appearance, you can also include this TUM logo in the header of every page. Introduction. The introduction of your essay plays a crucial role in setting the stage for the reader by providing an overview of the topic at hand. It serves a roadmap for what will be discussed in the main body of your essay. One effective approach is to choose a current study or ongoing discussion related to your topic and incorporate it into your introduction. This not only adds relevance and context to your essay, but also demonstrates your awareness of the latest research and discourse in the field. Write your introduction after writing everything else. This allows you to have a comprehensive overview of your topic and craft a concise and compelling introduction that accurately represents the content of your essay. The introduction typically comprises approximately 10% of the total length of your essay. The main body of your essay serves as the central component where you address your topic in detail. It is essential to build your arguments on a robust foundation of scientific papers obtained through thorough literature research. Conducting extensive literature research allows you to gain insights into existing knowledge and theories relevant to your topic, thereby ensuring that your thesis is firmly grounded and in scientific evidence. Through a comprehensive literature review, you can critically evaluate and synthesize relevant research findings, identify gaps in the existing knowledge, and develop your own analysis and interpretation of the topic. Drawing upon reputable scientific sources such as peer-reviewed journals, scholarly articles, and academic texts adds credibility and validity to your research. This demonstrates your ability to critically engage with the existing body of knowledge and contribute to the scholarly discourse on the subject matter. The main body of your essay typically constitutes the largest portion of your essay, accounting for approximately 80% of your work. Some remarks on citing, because if you do it wrong, you might be excluded from the application process, and you don't want that. So in order to let TUM know where you found the information you're writing about, you should put the references in text. So for example, if I write most authors handle stones, I have to put the source behind that. If you cite directly, so for example, most authors show positive, albeit anecdotal evidence for stone handling, use the quotation marks to indicate which part is taken from a paper. In this case, this part is the exact same as in the paper, so I have to put quotation marks there. In the conclusion, it is crucial to concisely summarize the main findings and insights derived from your research. By highlighting key points, you can reinforce the significance of your work. However, it's important to avoid simply restating ideas from the main body, as this may come across as just repetitive and redundant. The conclusion represents an opportunity to identify any unresolved questions or gaps in the research that may require further investigation. This reflects on your critical thinking skills and indicates areas for potential future research. The bibliography is a comprehensive list of all the sources and references that you cited, allowing readers to verify and follow up on the information presented in your paper. The bibliography not only adds credibility to the research, but also acknowledges the contributions of other scholars and researchers whose work has been referenced. A well-formatted bibliography should follow specific guidelines. Firstly, it should be organized alphabetically by the author's last name or by the title if there is no identifiable author. Secondly, it should include complete and accurate information for each entry, including the author's name, title of the work, publication date, publisher, and page numbers. In case of online sources, the URL and access date should also be included. Additionally, the citation style used in the thesis, such as APA or IEEE, should be consistently applied throughout the bibliography. It should reflect the depth of the research conducted by you and your ability to critically engage with existing literature. The bibliography should be carefully reviewed for accuracy and completeness, as any missing or incorrectly formatted entries can diminish the credibility of the paper. Properly citing all the sources used in the research also avoids plagiarism. So when you put all of these parts together, the essay should be structured like this: cover page, introduction, main body, and then the conclusion, bibliography. Now some personal tips. If you want to put more information in the essay but already have many words, one option you have is to take charts into your paper. They add information, but do not count as words. You have to address the charts and figures in the text, but it is still shorter than explaining everything. Another option to change the amount of words in your essay is to change the citation style, for example from IEEE to APA. or vice versa, of course. IEEE has less words in the text than APA, so you can switch the style depending on whether you have too little or too many words. I will not be able to share my essay, but if you have further questions on the essay, the application, or anything else, you can join my Discord where you can support each other. When you have finished writing, give your report to a friend or somebody else who will read through it and correct grammar mistakes. You can also use the free version of Grammarly to improve your writing. I basically do this with every single thing that I write. I hope this helped you. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already. It would mean the world to me.